Yeah.
So today's meeting at nuCamp went. It was good with a hiccup. It was fantastic to see their production facility. I got a really great tour. It's amazing to see how much they've brought in house over the years, and honestly got some very similar vibes, with my family business. And the founder Joe, kind of almost like a hybrid of my two uncles, and how he's retired but he's still there, kind of with his touch on things. So that was really great to chat with him and talk with him. And his son is the CEO now, and he seems just incredibly very intelligent and has a really strong business mind. Just had some really interesting suggestions while we were having our conversations, and you can tell he's a really good thinker. So the overall support was that they know they want to work with Isabella. They've heard good things about Isabella, and it sounds like we have to really focus on I'm sure I've alluded to some of the fitment issues around. They've changed their axle and put on some Meteor tires, so their tab trailers they're higher than the ones that are in Europe. So I need to get some measurements and some CAD designs from them, so I can send that off to our development team so they can figure out exactly where the discrepancies are, and we can make a proper product for the American market. But it's really exciting because he's interested in not only carrying our awnings and sun canopy, but I brought some pieces of furniture. Really enjoyed seeing those. There was one in particular that he said he had seen or at least sat down on before, and was like, I've always wanted one for my own personal collection. So I think I'm gonna, while we're in this development phase and so forth, I'm gonna get him the model that was the tour chair that he really liked, because it comes with a footrest and you can lean all the way back. And he was just talking about how comfortable that chair was. And of course he spoke about the quality, and he said people in our customer base, the ones that know about camping in Europe, they are very familiar with our product. So he was without a doubt certain that it would sell well and be well received. So so in the coming months, I told him I'm going over for my board meeting in April, so I hopefully we can have a prototype by then. I don't see why not. I need to talk to Morton, our CEO, to see if that's a priority for him, but I think he'll be on board with that. So that way I can bring that tent back with me, that awning back with me, prototype for the actual size and dimensions that we need, and I can head back over sometime in April and do a fitment test for them. So there's that. And then they have an annual nuCamp like extravaganza, if you will. And they this year's, I believe they said it's in June or July. And there's over 350 camp spaces. So there's going to be 350 trailers there, and it's already all sold out. And he was saying Isabella needs to be there. So that's one of the starting to figure out how what our trade show situation looks like. It's insane how many Isabella is a part of every year over in Europe. It's like, I don't know, our sales director is like, what did he say? He's on the road 270 days out of the year, and that's primarily because of the amount of trade shows that he's at and being present at and so forth. So I don't know if that's yeah, we'll see. But it seems like this nuCamp one is one. There's an Overland Expo that I really want to be at, and then the largest RV manufacturing one is in Hershey, Pennsylvania, sometime in the fall or something like that. So, yeah, so that's to work on. But I want to share, so all this good news, right? Fantastic. I want to share the not so good news that happened today, which was very embarrassing for me, but there was a piece that was like missing from the box. So I unboxed everything in my hotel room, as you saw, or at least you saw the boxes. So did I not pack something back in? I talked to the hotel, had them described these little plastic pieces that could have fallen out of my room. They looked, they said they couldn't find anything. So it was incredibly embarrassing because, even though that awning that I tried to fit was a little too short, it still would have been nice to have inserted the poles so they could see see it put together, and you could, it just would have been nice to visually see that, hey, okay, so there is a discrepancy here with the measurements and so forth. So we're gonna try it out with just the CAD files. Hopefully we can see, once our development team is able to take a look at it, they can see, okay, yeah, it does need to be, another 4 to 6 inches in length, because right now, because the trailer is taller, you get it. So, but yeah, tried to make as much fun with it as possible, but it just goes to show not everything is going to go as planned, even though I felt like I was prepared. Shit happens and you just got to roll with it. You can't let it get in the way of what it is that you're doing. So luckily the guy's working with Eli, one who's helping with their online website, All Pro, he was also new, so I just straight up told him, I was like, hey, we can learn this together. I'm also new. Yeah, so no harm there, I guess. But yeah, it was overall good experience. It seems like that wasn't a deal breaker. They're willing to work with me. So got a meeting tomorrow morning with Morton, our CEO, just to recap everything, develop some next steps. Really need to work on. I have 3 emails that I need to get back to from 3 different 3PLs, third-party logistics companies that are actually based in Indianapolis. We're kind of in the what are we called, the crossroads of America. So there are a lot of distribution centers there, and really wanted to, while we're getting up and started, I wanted someone local so that way I could drive to their facility and test it. Because there's plenty that have locations on the East and West Coast, but it'd be great if we could just focus on having one location instead of having 2 separate warehouses. I can't even remember the name of the company now, so I'm not going to tell the story, but that's it. So I'm going to focus on driving. It's probably an important thing to do, and then we'll see what the rest of the week has. But I'm crossing the Ohio border into Indiana right now, and my car's telling me I need to put my hands on the wheels. Bye.